Hi everyone, welcome to the Bendix Woods Sugar House where we are cooking some delicious maple syrup right now. If you look up at the top of the sugar house, you can see a lot of steam coming out of the roof vents. We're going to go inside the sugar house and you can see where all that steam is coming from. I'm not sure I can get the door to the evaporator.
The only day I was here, we really didn't do it.
All the sap that we collect here at Bendix Woods ends up in this tank right here. And from this tank, it goes through a hose and into the evaporator pan. Just like it sounds, that pan's job is to evaporate water out of the sap. Sap is about 98% water, 2% sugar, and we're sending most of that water up and out through the roof vents in the form of steam. Syrup is about 66% sugar, so we're getting rid of a lot of water. About 39 gallons of water leaves behind 1 gallon of syrup after it evaporates. We have a float box here, and this controls how much sap goes into the pan. It keeps the sap at a constant level at all times. And once the sap goes in the pan, it moves through a series of compartments, kind of like a maze. And the farther you go through the maze, the closer it is to turning into syrup until you end up right over here. Right here is where the sap is almost syrup. And we can tell that it's ready, that it's turned into syrup in a couple of ways. We can look at the color, the thickness, the density, and the temperature. Right here is the temperature probe. Syrup boils at 219.1 degrees, which is 7.1 over the boiling point of water. And when it's reached that temperature, we know it's syrup. We can also look at its color. Sap is clear, it looks like water. Let's see if this has changed a little bit. I'll dip it up so you can see it. See, it's got a little color to it. We'll also check the thickness. It's really dripping just like water. It is definitely not syrup yet. We can also check the density of maple syrup using an instrument called a hydrometer. And this floats inside the maple syrup, and if it floats to a certain point, we know that it has enough sugar or is dense enough that it has become maple syrup. So we'll try it. First, I'm going to fill up this special cup here with our almost syrup. I definitely got to wear gloves because this is very hot. Now I'm going to put the hydrometer in, and if it bobs up, then it is syrup. If it goes all the way to the bottom, it's not ready. It went all the way to the bottom, so it's not quite there. Once it has turned into syrup, we actually open up this yellow valve here, and the syrup comes running out of this faucet, down through 2 filters and into a bucket. And that's how we make maple syrup here at Bendix Woods.